히트 시즌2.
Down here in the bottom left in the red for KT Rolster, it's happy birthday, Zest.
Zest's 25th birthday today. We got some snacks.
Doesn't look too happy about it. He's like, oh, I gotta focus on this game.
And down to the bottom right for the Freaks, it is Super. And again, tough to vote, to make this vote, but who wants to vote against Zest on his birthday?
You never vote against the birthday boy, man.
No.
Very rarely do we have birthday boys lose their games on their birthday, actually.
Listen, okay, people voted against Huck on his birthday in the GSL Codes he got out of his group and at his birthday ceremony.
Yeah.
You don't vote against the birthday boy. You just don't do it, okay? It's not the right choice. Oh, looks like we're going to see a Nexus first, but Zest is not only going to scout it, but he will block it as well. He should. Oh, he doesn't realize.
Oh, that sucks.
But, I mean, if he had blocked that, I mean, I can't even explain what would have happened next, how bad it would have been for Super. He could still steal a gas here. Looks like it's
both
blocked.
if he wants. Oh, no, he can't. You're exactly right.
Super on top of it, knowing at least they would have to sacrifice one probe of mining here, which is equal to what Zest is sacrificing for the scout. Deny that gas deal. But still, he will see this Nexus, of course, and will be able to respond accordingly. We're going to have to pay close attention to Zest's next usage of Chrono Boost. We may even see a fast Robotics or Stargate to try to punish this tech-wise, because the core is going to be severely late for Super.
And Hero, the way that he dealt it in the game that he won against Super when Super did this on this exact map was he actually proxied a Robo right outside his base. He's like, no, you're not getting away with this. What? And doesn't look like Zest wants to proxy anything just yet. No pylons. We'll see how exactly he wants to do this. He's actually going to Chrono Boost out one Adept very fast. Not even going for the Chrono on the Warp Gate. Research.
I think he's going to just keep doing that to put the Adept pressure on and try to overwhelm Super and kill some probes. The follow-up is going to be Oracles from the looks of things. Could also be Phoenix, but I think Oracles are the safer choice here. The more effective for damage considering the tech choices. Zest is also going to try to confirm if tech is going to come down right away, like how greedy Super is going to be with this. I have to give Super some mad credit, though, for just sticking to his guns and doing the same build on this map every time in PvP. Despite the fact that everyone knows he's doing this, is why Zest scouted so early as well. He's like, well, let's see if I can just find that Nexus. He finds it, almost gets the opportunity to block it. And Super just, he's like, has no fear. It's very brave what he's doing, very ballsy. Probe gonna escape here, but the Shades will come in. The Stalkers come out, and he has to back them off. The third and fourth Adept would be the scariest part here, but he's actually switched into Oracle production. I think the third and fourth Adepts did come out, right? Or did he just totally cancel those?
Yeah, he just canceled him. He's stuck at 2, and he's just taking a behind Nexus here. Wants to do some damage to the probe line, and that he will. 4 kills already. Should get at least 5 here.
Wants to shade out. You should get it.
Oh! 6 health. That Adept is alive and well. That's a Disciple Adept. It's got 3 kills.
Can continue to scout with that for the time being until the Stalker chases him out. It's already regenerated most of its shields. That's what I was talking about. Even with 2 Adepts, you can find so much probe damage. Here comes the Oracle follow-up. There is pylons, 2 of them, in position.
Immediate overcharge, and he stays actually for a very long time, going to survive at 20 health here. Oh, if he poked his head in there for just a couple of feet closer, he would have lost that Oracle. We do have a second one on the way. There should be a second overcharge here for Super. Yeah, he's got 58 energy so far.
Yep. All right, here comes that second Oracle. He has the first one nearby as well, but there's no pylon here, so he's just simply going to ignore these Stalkers and then send this up north. 3 more kills. Now that he's got 2 Oracles together, once they regen shields, he can't one-shot probes if there's any move out. The problem is, of course, the Stargate tech, which he's already scouted, so if he stays here, he will lose both because of the Phoenix. In fact, it looks like that has already started to occur. Or rather, the retreat has started to occur as he knows the Phoenix is coming. He's going to bait this Phoenix into his 2 Phoenixes, and lasers have locked, and that will be a kill.
There you go. Only taking a little bit of health damage on one of those Phoenixes here for Zest. And he's going for a second Stargate. He is going to be committing here to the Phoenixes in the sky, whereas Super is just sitting on one, and he's actually transitioned into Robotics Tech and Twilight Council. He's given up on the Phoenix War. He knows he's already lost it. And we're just going to play from here. Phoenixes for one player, and just kind of standard PvP style from Super.
Zest cancels his Phoenix Tech as well, the second Stargate anyways. And he knows that he will always control the air even with just 3 because he killed me once, and he can camp the Stargate now with these Phoenixes. Even if the Stalkers come, the Phoenixes are just so fast, he'll never lose one. And he has I Spy eyes on him with the Oracle, so...
I Spy eyes?
He's got I Spies, man. He trained him when he was a kid. He read I Spy with his father.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
I love
knows
those
that.
Books. I read so many of those.
Those were great. So he's got his I Spy eyes on those Stalkers right now, okay? He's going to know when they're moving out. He's going to know exactly how many there are. He's going to find the Stalker that only has 3 legs, okay? He knows.
Yeah, they kind of look like Triforces, actually. The triangles that happen when you tag stuff.
Yeah, they do.
That or Illuminati triangles, you know, whichever one you're into.
Yeah, the Triforce symbol's actually been used in like many different like mythological things over the past, but hold that thought. That Phoenix almost got used. Gets out. Dark Shrine, man. Coming down. So he's behind, yes, he's not massively behind. This is not a win behind Dark Shrine. It's kind of a risky Dark Shrine when like not ahead. Like, I don't know how to put this. The problem is that the Dark Shrine tech, he needs like, okay, he's gonna make a Void right here. He needs something to clear these Phoenixes. Otherwise, he's gonna have to walk DTs. There's Oracles, 2 of them, scouting non-stop and Phoenixes, and he needs a way to get those DTs over across the map. The Warp Prism he's making right now will just simply be shut down by Phoenixes unless he deals with those Phoenixes in some way.
And look at the choice here for Zest. He's gone double Robo and going double Immortal Production here. So committing heavily to the Robotics Tech, wants to get out that very strong Immortal composition. No sign of Archons. Well, as I say that, it's the Caster Curse, guys. I can't control it. The Templar Archives comes down right as I say it. So he's going to be transitioning into that as well as Charge.
So this Warp Prism somehow sneaks by, but at the same time he scouts with the hallucinated Phoenix that there is Dark Shrine tech. Oh, so unlucky. Zest is so unlucky in so many ways right now. He has to, well, he should be making an Observer, but he's making these mortals instead. He has a cannon. So on point though with this. Like if he didn't react immediately, he might have lost that if there were 2 DTs there, but there was only 1 and he kills it. Now he finds the Prism. And what started out as a kind of unlucky situation for Zest, all things considered, was reacted very quickly to, and he kills both DTs and the Prism. This Stalker move out here is pretty risky for Super as well. He blinks over though, catches catches an Immortal, and this DT is going to work as well. There's no Observer here. His Observer is just about to pop out, just came out. And I mean, small baby steps here for Super. Only 2 probes go down to this. Super also very on point with his reaction to the harass. This is such a great game that I didn't expect it to be from the openings, but it's like turning out to be quite amazing here.
These guys are actually very evenly matched for this matchup, the PvP. I mean, Super's defeated him 3 times already. Can definitely do it a couple more, or maybe just this 1 time more. Try to give Afreeca the lead. And he's kind of identified the composition now, too, with that move out. You know, generally we say aggression is good for 2 things. You can do a bit of damage, but also you get to scout what your opponent is doing. And now let's see how he wants to react. He's actually making Void Rays now. No, he cancels that and switches it up.
He was making Void Rays for a while, but I think he realized that Zest knows about this and that there's a lot of Archons coming out. Void Rays are great versus anything that isn't an Archon, basically. I mean, they're even like okay versus Zealots because they don't have much health, but versus an Archon, the Void Ray, if you don't target it, will like prioritize the Archon because it's anti-air, but it doesn't do bonus damage. The Archon will do extra splash to the stacked up Voids. This is by far a better comp for Zest. And he has twice the Immortals here. The Void Rays, let's see what they can get done. They need to be targeting on the Immortals at every second that they're alive.
And the interesting thing about these 3 Phoenixes that were made early on in the game is that they can lift the Immortals. There's only 2 Immortals here for Super. And he takes out that Mothership core, now getting to work on the Void Ray on the right side.
Zest hesitating a little bit with this, though. He's definitely not maximizing his DPS. This Immortal on the high ground's doing some serious work. The Void Ray, the one on the right, lives. There's the lift you're talking about. There's the second one as well. And the Archons are doing some serious work here. The second Void Ray goes down. The third one here about to fall as well. Looks like it'll kill the Archon first. If he can eliminate all the Archons, the Void Ray will push this back because there's no more anti-air besides the Phoenixes. That's the other thing he has to be careful about. Speaking of which, here they come. And it looks like this might just be too much.
It looks like it. The composition for Zest, very, very strong here. He still has that Warp Prism up and alive. He just needs to warp in another thing here. Another warp, and I should say GG. That's going to be it. Super going down to Zest. Does take that win. Gives KT the 2-1 lead. Winning on his birthday, as is the way of Pro League.
That's right. Whoever loses on their birthday
just doesn't happen. So,
for MVP Chicken Maru, they can breathe a sigh of relief. It's not over yet, but right now KT Rolster is on match point. If Lucira can take this fourth and final game, they'll win the series 3-1, which will also be a great indicator for KT. And you know, they're just banking on Lucira closing this out. Even if Alive, though, does take the win, they still have a chance because of the ace match. So, you know, if you're an MVP fan right now, even though it's not over yet, you basically have 2 chances left because Zest secures this win, takes the lead, and you're still in decent position. We'll see if the Freaks can respond here, though.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. I think everybody here is definitely favoring Alive coming into this one. Not sure what
it's
that
like
was.
When you went like this, it made sounds. I was like, whoa.
Who's that guy? Oh, okay. But yeah, we're kind of assuming that Alive is going to take this one, but the ace match is very interesting. You know, it probably sees Zest in that one. He's definitely the ace player for KT, but they do have Stats, who's also doing quite well and need to take that win. And I feel like he's really good against all the players on Afreeca as well. I wouldn't want to see TY, but what would be interesting is to see who Afreeca would pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm really curious. Speaking of curious, I think he would probably be the one on Overgrowth. If you play Super there, like...
You know, maybe Alive is what I was thinking. You know, Patience was looking good, but then he kind of fell off. And Curious, like, he had that one timing planned. It was kind of, you know, a good read. You know, he didn't get lucky, but he had, like, a great response. I'm not sure if he's, like, that solid player that you want to put out all the time in the ace matches. For me, it would be Alive, but at the same time, it's like, do you favor Alive against Zest or Stats?
It's hard.
Probably
it's hard to
not.
say. I think if you're trying to play Super again, that's also quite risky considering what we just saw in that Frost game.
I mean, he does have great PvP, and you are expecting a Protoss, so that wouldn't be a bad pick, I think. But
yeah.